finding your voice, a singer's journey.
Hey everyone, we're Vocal Venture. Welcome to Finding Your Voice, a Singer's Journey. And today we're joined by Francesca Guerra and Georgia Winter.
Nice. So let's start with Francesca. Francesca is a singer-songwriter from Italy that moved here to London to pursue a career in music, study music and pursue a career. She has released a few singles, and from what I know, you are working on releasing an EP that will come soon, and we're going to have a nice chat with Georgia as well, and we're going to talk about the process of producing and releasing and promoting the whole thing. And also you last week you had your first headline show that you have to put together by yourself with the help of Georgia. Also we're gonna delve into that a bit more, just to understand how you felt about the process and how you felt about the event, if you had fun and everything. So just can't wait to discuss all of this stuff. First of all, let's talk a little bit about you. How do you describe yourself as an artist? Where do you fall?
I would say that my main genre is indie pop, going a bit into dream pop as well, and just classic pop for some songs.
Nice.
So I feel that the main genre is pop, and then some subgenres. Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's what I am as an artist.
And who influences you?
My main influence, they change, but right now mainly are Lizzie McAlpine and Holly Humberstone. So very in the songwriting side of music. Very acoustic, and then comes the production too.
Okay, nice. Yeah. And emotional as well in a way from
exactly. Very based on emotions and on deep feelings. Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I think when I heard Lizzie McAlpine for the first time, I was like, I could see very much her being a big influence
nice.
in your
That's
music.
A huge compliment. Thank you.
Nice. So tell us, how did it all start? When did you feel you wanted to be an artist?
So I always had that in me as a thing that I was interested in, but I never had the chance of fully put myself into it and believe in it fully and going around and saying I'm a singer-songwriter. That took me a long time. When I was in Italy, I did some songwriting for myself, but I just kept it in my room most of the time.
And I think coming from Italy as well, the whole mindset about being an artist and doing music as a career
it's very judged. I started thinking about it probably during lockdown, actually in 2020.
Recently.
Yeah, recently. Fairly
nice.
recently. Yeah. Because I've always tried to join the songwriting side with other people, but not putting my face as a leader.
Co-writing.
Yeah, co-writing, or I was previously in a band, so I was getting there, but I wasn't fully confident enough to be that's
Francesca
me. Yeah,
Guerra.
that's me, and that's what I want to do. So in 2020, I was just in my room all the time. So I started just using. Exactly. I was playing guitar a lot, and I had a lot of free time to dive into my emotions and be what the hell do I want to do with my life and stuff. So I started writing one song and then the other song and then the other song, and then I was oh, that's a bunch of songs. And that could actually be something. So then I contacted Evan, which is going to be, I guess, in your show in the next episodes. And I was yo, do you want to produce my stuff? I was would you be interested in it? And he was yeah, man, let's send it over. And I was okay, cool, wow. I don't know, people want to work with me and stuff. So that's how it started, everything. And then from that moment onwards, I never stopped, and has been my main thing to focus on. Yeah.
And when did you decide to move to London?
It was 2019. 2019, I think. So with the start of ICMP.
So you came...
Yeah, for ICMP. Yeah, for music, basically.
So it was already in your mind to have a career in music.
Yeah. I started like study properly music when I was like 18, so 3 years before coming here.
Okay.
I decided to take a music uni in Italy, so study that properly. And after 3 years, I was like, okay, I wanna gain some more, I don't know, experience, some more like life experience as well. So I was like, there's no better place to do it than in London, really.
The capital of music.
Exactly. And then they were funding as well my studies, which was a big part of my decision. I was like, this country, wow, fantastic. So yeah, like I realized that it was actually a possibility, because it's always been in my dreams, like going to study abroad music. I was like, but it's always been...
It felt like a Hannah Montana episode.
Exactly. Yeah, best of both worlds, exactly. But then, I looked into it and I was like, it's actually possible. And when I found out it was actually possible, I was like, wow, like I have been, I don't know, putting things in my head, not even looking at it, that if it was a possibility. And yeah. So.
Nice. So it started out kind of randomly in a way.
Very randomly,
Nice.
Because a friend of mine wanted to move to Canada. So I was like, oh my God, I'm going to lose my best friend. I need to go with her and stuff. Then I started looking at it and I was like, Canada is not an option. And I was like, what are the options? And London was the best one. So
Canada,
like,
far away.
Yeah, too much. No, a bit too much.
And like in Italy at the uni, what did you kind of do there in terms of music?
It was still like fairly similar to what we've been doing here in ICMP. So it was music performance and it was vocals, but it was more focused on technique, on music theory. So a lot of like theoretical stuff.
Okay, less kind of style.
Yeah, it wasn't based on songwriting at all. It wasn't based not even that much on the performance side, so like on working on how to move or like the style of music that you want to, be as an artist and stuff. It was just focused on like music in a more strict way and in a more like, I don't know, like academic way. Okay, yeah. Which gives me a lot of knowledge, and it gives me the technique that I have, and it gives me like, again, music theory knowledge that I have. So it helped me a lot, but it was lacking, in my opinion, the creativity side that ICMP gave us.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So talking about technique, I personally feel during all the years we've been studying together, you have one of the most versatile voice. So you adapt really, quickly and authentically to whatever you've been given. So how does this translate in your music? Being able to create all these sounds, how do you make the choice of, I want to sound like this, I want to sound like that?
I think it's not like a thought decision before. Actually, I feel that like when I songwrite, I don't really show my vocal potential and like ability, because I go very like, I just think about like the lyrics and the chords and the melody without thinking about showcase my, my vocals. And then afterwards I'm like, oh, I didn't even like, I don't know, reach an A, as like my higher notes. And I'm like, I need to throw something in it to like, I don't know, be a bit more interesting. And I don't know, again, show a bit more what I can do. So it's been a process that as well, because I've always, at the beginning I was songwriting not thinking at all about that thing. And now the new songs are a bit more focused on also my vocals and like, nice. I don't know, show the audience that like I can actually sing and not only, write about stuff.
And also in a way express yourself with all
the tools that I can have. Yeah, exactly. So I've been focusing about like a bit more about these things, but fairly recently, like before I wasn't.
I feel like it's a step that for a singer-songwriter, if they want to make their music more interesting and as
Like
well as
tell a story.
yes, tell their story in the best way, to connect with the audience. I think it's a step they should take. The one of deciding, okay, where do I sit with my voice in the song?
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's quite easy to just stay kind of flat where it's comfortable and don't move from there. But then it does translate into the listener, and the listener will be like, okay, boring. This is my idea personally. Obviously, it depends on the genre, and it depends
it depends also what possibilities you have as a singer, because like a lot of singers don't have that huge range, or like don't have a lot of technique, because they've just been singer-songwriters.
And that's why a little self-promotion. That's why they should follow us on Instagram, and we give a little tips to expand on their knowledge of their instrument.
Yeah, I think with your music, it kind of, and your lyrics, I feel like whenever you do make those decisions to change it, or like maybe go higher here, lower here, different vocal type, it always makes sense with what you're trying to convey and like what you're trying to get across emotionally. So I think it always kind of like, and I think that's the thing, it's kind of making those choices with that in mind. So like not for the sake of it, not because like, oh, you just want to show off like whatever, but like it has like to have that in like integral part in it. Like I think that's what I get when I listen to
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the your songwriting process. Does it start with lyrics, with a melody? How does it start for you?
It depends. Sometimes I have like, a line or something that I wrote randomly like on my notes. So I start from there and I just read the lyrics and play some chords and just, I don't know, starting with the lyrics. But sometimes when I'm in the moment, it kind of comes together. So I'm just I find like, I don't know, 2 chords usually. I'm not like,
a crazy
guitarist. I find 2 chords that I like, and then I just jam on it. And most of the times, like the lyrics comes with the melody, and it's just incredible to me that like they make sense. Like it's my subconscious talking.
Yes, it's like your soul expressing itself.
Yeah. It's not like I don't think I want to talk about this, or like there's something that I really want to say. It's more like when I let myself go, things come out naturally and without planning it. And usually those are the songs that are, I don't know, the ones that I like the most.
The more personal ones.
Yeah. It's like the less you think, the better, in my opinion. Because like when you start thinking about like what you want to do and stuff, it's nice, but I feel that should come afterwards. So when you want to refine things, when you want to like change some lines, that's of course something that it's, it needs to be thought and it needs to be, processed and stuff. But the core of the song, it's nice when it's just fully emotions, in my opinion.
Nice. Straight out of your heart. Let's be cheesy.
Exactly. Yes.
Nice. For me, for example, I never do that. I always start with lyrics.
Oh yeah.
But I do let the same idea of just let everything out, but it's on a piece of paper.
Okay.
And then that will translate in a melody with rhythms and a pitch. But then I always start from the lyrics, and it's, I've never tried, and I will
just let it out.
Just play some chords and do it. Do you start with like you pick up your guitar, or is it more piano?
Usually it's more guitar, but just because my piano is in a position in my room that is not really comfortable. So
it's logistics.
While the guitar, you just pick it and you're just like there. You can be in the kitchen, you can be outside, you can be anywhere. So it's a bit more like practical, comfy. But yeah,
I think like how people songwrite is quite personal. Like when we were talking to Ludo, she was saying she starts like very much with like the melody, like rather than lyrics, and then she'll kind of find lyrics to kind of go
that
with.
fit together. That fit well. I was doing that. It's been also a process. So like I started in that way where I was like just mumbling words and like going more on the melody, and then I kind of flipped it. I think it's also a process of like learning how
a learning curve.
Yeah, what's more comfortable for you? Like for example, you haven't tried it yet, so maybe you try it and it's like wow,
the way I will start
revolution,
writing.
you know. So
and like recently you kind of been gigging more. Like how are you finding this, and like kind of what made you start gigging more? Like why kind of now are you, I guess, pushing it more?
It's one of my goals of 2023, the fact of gigging at least once a month.
Nice.
It's something that I wanted to do for a long time, but like I haven't pushed myself much, and I've always tried to like find excuses not to.
So far, are you on schedule?
I gigged more than once a month.
Nice.
Yeah, so I have also a gig planned this month as well, and one in July. I'll probably take a break in August because I'm gonna be away. But I hope I'll start again in September and do September, October, November, and hopefully not December. But I've been gigging quite a lot, because like in April I had I think 4 gigs, which already like it's way more than I was planning on doing. And I think it's important in my opinion to just be on stage and practice and make mistakes and feel uncomfortable on stage. You need to pass that moment of feeling uncomfortable to find your, how do you say, comfortableness?
I guess, to find like the way that you want to perform.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. The things that I feel more comfortable, how I feel more comfortable moving, and you know, like all that stuff. I think it's very intertwined with what kind of music I want to do and like my releases. So yeah, I just took this year to like kind of deep down and find out what it's my style, what it's my audience, what do I want to do with myself and my music, basically.
Nice.
And I think that's the 50%. Like it needs to be from a songwriting point of view, but it also needs to be from a practical point of view of like gigging and putting yourself out there and showing things to people and having feedback from people. And I think you grow better in that way, doing both things.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been nice. Like I'm happy with myself. I'm happy that I'm pushing myself. Sometimes it's a bit hard because, you know, maybe like no one shows up, or, you know, it's just the part of gigging, which you never know how it's going to be the turnout of the event. But it's also been very, I don't know, fulfilling. So yeah.
Nice. And we're going to talk about your headline show later.
Great.
What is the hardest thing that you do on stage?
The hardest?
Yeah, vocal-wise. Like the hardest vocals you deliver on stage.
I have no idea. Usually when I sing 100% is the higher note. Yeah, because also like after, you know, a long set, you go to that song and you need to still find the strength within yourself to like push it. But when I don't do 100%, I would say the intro of my EP as well is quite challenging vocally, because it's kind of going from like very whispered and very like, you know, like low register to the end where I should just like, you know, burst in my vocals to the audience and like let them feel like the dynamic changing and you know, switching, because that's the meaning of the song. So like I feel that my vocals technique there is 90% of the song. If my vocals technique is not there, it's gonna be a flop in my opinion. So yeah, that's
so is that range of being able to produce really soft and low, a really soft and low tone, as well as a nice clean,
but also like keeping like the dynamic, like going, you know, not being like very tiny and very big. It needs to be like a crescendo throughout the whole song, so at the end you're like at the maximum. You don't want to have the maximum in the middle of the song. So it's kind of like,
giving a little bit, like
a little
step by
bit,
step.
yeah, and do it
Nice.
right.
So it's not just the low and the high, it's the whole in between.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nice.
And like I love the is it Flight Risk where like you do the scream at the end?
Oh yeah.
Love that one. Like I don't know, for me that would be like quite a hard thing to, because I guess are you using kind of a maybe like a mixed belt there in a way, like but I just thought of that when you asked the question.
So for you, that would be if you were to do her set.
One of the things. I mean, it's like the songs are very. I think the range of like you have very low notes and then you also go higher. I think that like being able to deliver that like every time, like, and I guess with the same intention and stuff, it is quite a difficult thing to have to do. Like every single time you perform, you have to be vocally very confident on that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, for the moment, so far so good. We'll see.
And how do you work on that? How is your vocal routine? Do you warm up? Do you do any exercise, or it just comes naturally? You might be a gifted one.
Like I don't do much. I'm sorry. I know.
Yet you achieve so much with your voice.
Yeah, because I think like there's some things that like are within myself, and like it's like a muscle. So like now I'm so used to do certain sounds in certain moments that I'm so used to it that I don't feel the need. I feel like if I would go on tour for like a month, then I would need to have a strict vocal technique, a strict diet, a strict, like sleeping time and stuff. But like since it's once a month or like, once a week, it's not really like, it doesn't take much of me to like do it properly. Like if I would do a headline show again once every day or like twice per week, yes, it would be very challenging physically.
And then you would have to
add
something.
Yeah. For example, today I feel like, because I haven't slept well, so I feel my voice is not there. So if I would have a gig today, of course I would have to warm up, I would have to, take care of myself. But I usually try to take care of myself like before the time of the gig. So I know that I have a gig, I'll try to sleep well, don't eat too bad, and those kind of stuff. To like take care of my body, because I feel it's not just my vocal cords, so it's not about like just doing exercises. It's just in general I need to feel energized, basically. So
I always start my lessons by connecting to the body, and I always say we don't sing just with our vocal cords here, but it's the whole body involved in the process, and it is key to keep a really nice, comfortable voice.
Let's do the game.
Let's do the game. I'm playing something, but it's reversed.
Oh no!
So you need to guess which song is it. Song number 1. You ready? It's quite easy.
Like
Jolene.
listen to it.
Okay.
Good
guess. Listen carefully again.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you're getting there. Okay, let's do this. So sing it as it is, and we reverse it, and then you guess the song because
Right.
you make it right. Okay.
Right.
I think you have it. I love it. Okay, play reverse.
Play reverse.
way, it's really far from the actual song. Listen to it again.
J-Lo.
No. Do you want the answer?
Yes. I mean,
Song number 2.
wishing there was one. Okay. Wish I was as final. We as it was. Wish I had just final. We as it was.
Perfect. I think it was perfect.
There's always you. No one else is you.
And you know what? I don't even remember the song. Do it again.
There's always you.
It's the melody. Okay, the ending is a bit off. The ending is a bit off, but the beginning is. But the vowel is correct. Here. The vowels are quite right.
Okay. I'm always as long as I'm here, as long as I'm here.
It's the song.
Huh?
No one can hurt you.
That's true.
It makes a bit of it.
Yeah.
Last one.
That's good. That was
Last one is quite long,
easier.
but it's melodic.
I mean, the endings part are unsingable. I'm just gonna do something.
Try. Perfect. I would say perfect.
Thanks. No, it's not that one. No.
Listen.
Right?
The ending is perfect.
Wow, I don't understand. Well, it's I don't know the song, but like I know the song.
Lian La Havas.
Lost and Found. Yeah. Wow, with the
Nice. Wow, amazing.
That, right?
Very well done. That was hard, but
Yeah.
you did very well.
Thank you very much.
After this fun game, I think it's time to call Georgia in.
Georgia!
Thank you for listening to Finding Your Voice, A Singer's Journey. This podcast has been brought to you by Vocal Venture. Follow us on all social media platforms at Vocal Venture to become a part of our community. Join us next week for another inspiring chat.
Finding your voice. voice, a singer's journey.